Welcome to Moxie Uncut. I'm your host, Jenny Nuccio, social entrepreneur, designer, innovator, and founder of Amani Collective. This season is all about reset. Real stories, the ones that don't make it into the captions. Failure, pivots, burnouts, heartbreaks, and the quiet courage to just begin again. Each week, I sit down with entrepreneurs, leaders, and change makers that are building with purpose. We talk about the resets that shaped them, the lessons that they learned the hard way, and the strength that found them on the other side. If you're in a season of rebuilding or redesigning, you're not alone. You're right where you need to be. So let's dig in. Welcome to Moxie Uncut, the reset season. The season is all about rebuilds, the pivot, the restructuring, and the internal shifts that change how you lead, how you build, and sometimes even who you are. Reset is not failure, it's refinement, it's recalibration, and it's rebuilding with wisdom. Here we talk about real stories, the pressure, the lessons, the resilience, and the strength that comes on the other side. And today I'm so excited because in this couch here we have Abdi. Welcome.
Thank you, Jenny. How are you?
I'm so great.
It's good to have you here.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. Okay, so we are going to do some quick rapid fire questions before we get to do a formal introduction and then dive a little deeper. Are you ready?
I'm ready every day.
Okay, this is called the quick cut. All right, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
I knew that one. Morning person or night builder?
Night builder.
Big vision or detailed executor?
Detail executor.
What's one word people use to describe you? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Say that one more time.
One word that people use to describe you.
Perfectionist.
Perfectionist?
Yeah.
Risk taker or calculated?
Risk taker. Any day.
And what's one small habit that keeps you grounded?
What is one thing?
That keeps you grounded.
Word for the day.
Work.
Word for the day.
Word for the day. What's today's word?
I don't know.
You don't need. Okay. Well, welcome to Moxie again. I'm thrilled to have you. And I would love our listeners to know who you are. So I phrase this question in a way because people and humans are multifaceted. We wear many hats. So what is, I'm going to say, what are you best known for? How would you introduce yourself? Go for it.
Okay. My name is Abdi, full as Abdirahman. I'm entrepreneur. And in here, in Kenya, Mombasa, for now in Mombasa, I'm known for CrossFit. But I have many hats, as you said. So being an entrepreneur, I'm in many fields.
Mm-hmm.
So I can say I have the title for entrepreneur, being an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
You and me, we get to know each other through CrossFit.
Mm-hmm.
And which is amazing thing for the community. So I can say one word, entrepreneurship.
I love that. Let's look back a little bit as this season is focused on reset, and we know your feet and you've been in many places. I mean, I know you Kenya CrossFit, and then as I've gotten to know you over the years, I'm like, wow, we definitely have a lot to still continue to learn about each other. So let's just dive deep really quickly and talk about one specific, we'll start with one specific moment in your life that you know was a complete reset that really shifted the trajectory of your life.
Wow.
I know it's a large question. But I don't do surface. I want to get,
more of, yeah.
Yes.
So COVID was my reset. COVID time. 2019. I had a kidney failure for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So a friend of mine, she donated me 2019. And then I got my transplant. And that was my reset of life.
And you did that, and that was happening during COVID?
During the start of COVID. So when I left the hospital, that's when COVID came.
Wow.
So that was my reset for life.
Where were you at?
I was in Norway, Oslo.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the reset, a life-changing reset.
And what's some in that, even when you were going through those 4 years, that had to be really tough mentally,
100%.
not just physically, but also mentally.
Yeah. So you get to a point where you ask, how did I get to here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've been an entrepreneur, you grinding every day, and then all of a sudden you get a sickness.
Yeah.
You get a sickness and then you end up in the hospital every day, and then that's it. You'll be like, okay, how did I even get here?
Yeah.
Is this the end of it?
Yeah.
And then you go through the dialysis and all that. And I was lucky enough to live in a country where the health was amazing.
Yeah.
And then few years pass by. Having a great friends around is always the best. And then a friend of mine, she stepped up and give me a kidney. And that was the reset button now. Okay. And then now I start coming back to Kenya and start my journey again and start the grinding and the reset mind and believing this time nothing is gonna break me, because being in hospital for 4 years will prepare you for anything that's gonna come to you.
Yeah.
So far it's been an amazing journey. The reset, obviously being an entrepreneur, I mean, many things. It's always the challenge comes in.
Mm-hmm.
And it is pleasure now sitting here with Jenny and talking about it and having the show.
Yeah.
And explaining my journey. So
Let's talk about the rebuild of that, because I feel when you go through something like that, I mean, the resiliency, the strength, that it builds to, then you can tackle a lot of things just because what you're saying, you went through that. But when you came back to Kenya, did it also change the way, like, your gratefulness, or did it recalibrate your mindset of just like how you took on the day? Because I feel like every day after would feel a bit different.
I think now I'm more of wellness conscious, health and wellness.
Is that what first got you into CrossFit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the journey to CrossFit was, okay, I came out of the hospital. I'm like, okay, I really want to start taking care of myself and being well, because getting second chance in life, is very rare sometimes when it comes to health.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting second chance and someone, and now she's my sister, and give you a kidney. This is something that normally doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I said, okay, I'm really gonna take this chance 110% and do whatever it takes every day to show up, and take care of myself to the best of my ability. So CrossFit was like, okay, I'm gonna start a garage, so I don't miss a workout.
So did you learn about CrossFit in Norway?
Yeah.
Okay. And then when you moved to Kenya, you're like, why isn't it here?
Why isn't it here?
I know. I've been asking, I was like so surprised when you popped in and started a CrossFit. I was like, I've been waiting for this for 10 years. It was an answer. I've been praying for this. You were an answer to my prayer.
You actually wrote those. You remember that? Yeah?
I did. I wrote it in a DM. I said, this can't be true, but you are an answer to my prayer, and I will be the first person there when you open.
Yeah, you are. So it was like, okay, what will be the best way to keep my wellness and my health? Like I said, what is the best thing of the day? Word of the day. Yeah. For those of you who don't know, word of the day is workout of the day. So being in a construction and many other things, you're gonna have a long day, stressful day.
Yeah.
So I always fall back to that word of the day, and sweat it out and
Yeah.
take the negative energy out of me, and then also come to meet the great people like Jenny. Yeah, this is amazing. So you meet great people, and this was so I start being my point in life was, okay, I'm gonna take care of myself, because I wasn't doing before I get.
Yeah, I was gonna ask like what your lifestyle was before kidney
Yeah.
failure, like what you were doing before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was similar, also an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So every day grinding 6 days a week and multiple hours, and not really focused on wellness at all, because I thought I was young. So like, okay, young, what could go wrong?
Until we're this age and we're like, ooh.
Yeah. And having a family and children and
Yeah.
wife, and then you also then get lost in the right race. So then I got a sickness, which due to stress also, and then by the time they figured out what happened, was already late. Yeah. So this time was like, okay, I'm gonna move out, and then I'm gonna start taking care of myself. And that's how I get into the CrossFit and bring it. And then I was like, okay, if I'm gonna change myself, I might as well change the community. Yeah. And then
Is this when you brought Alan in?
that's when Alan used to come train with
Yeah.
me, and I was like, okay, hey Alan, why don't we take this outside?
Yeah.
There are a lot of Jennies out there which really want to lose a lot of the day. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And then now you go back to the risk taking part.
Yeah.
So we just took the risk. Okay. Should we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Take what we have, add what we need, start the journey. And then here we go. Jenny is the first person who sent the message. Hey guys, thank you for showing up. So it's been really
I'm
amazing.
grateful. You created a 5 a.m. class just for me. Now you have a lot of people in that class. I know.
I hardly come even. So it's been a journey. The reset teaches me also be grateful every day for what you have, not for what you want, but what you have. Because every day we wake up and we have food on the table. We might live in a country where a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or people don't have that. We have the ability to provide work for the other families. And so every day when I go back home and I pray, it's okay. That's why now we have the charity ongoing to feed the people who are fasting. And a lot of people take a part of it, which is amazing.
Yeah.
We call it Word for Cause.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had started that charity last year. You remember when we give out the
I like that you do that. You do a lot of events. So I want people to know, especially people listening, we have listeners all over the world, but people listening in Kenya, I love when people can be an entrepreneur, but find ways to get back in the community, because community is so key. And so I've loved that you've done that, and that it's not just been like give, that you've intertwined it with exercise, with the WODs, with the things. So it's like, no, you're going to work out. Or I don't know, what just happened in the beginning of the year where y'all ran every hour on the hour, and you tried to convince me to come, and I said, no, thank
so
you.
we
But that, I'm saying, I mean, people still come. Please come.
a lot of people came. A lot of people came.
They
and,
did come.
Yeah, we even get help from the.
Okay, but let me just lay
Security
this
was
out.
good,
Let me just lay this out of what you guys did. They ran a 5K every hour on the hour, which means in every hour on the hour, which means you run a 5K. Whatever time you have left, you would rest.
Yes.
And then on the top of the hour, you run a 5K again.
I only tried 3 hours.
Yeah. Because I told myself, I said, okay, right now in the shape I am running, it's going to take me at least 30 minutes, and I have 30 minutes to rest. Then my next one is going to take me like 40 minutes, and I have 20 minutes to rest. I don't know if I can make it.
No, it was really challenging.
Yeah.
Because the beginning, a lot of people show up, the community show up, and we really looked good, nice shoes and everything. But the third hour, you see people really question.
Yeah.
And the beauty part of is that you just show up.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's life if you look at it. Being an entrepreneur, 90% of it is just show up every day.
Just show up.
Just show up. You need to show up. Today might not be good, but tomorrow you got to show up again because every day has its own challenge and its own benefits. So people showed up, almost 100 people show up. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, you do how much you can. And next year we look at where we are at, So this was one of the good things. So when we return back to the community, we want to give back to the community because of they're also a big part of our facility. So last year we gave so many disability children, and the ward was for the disability. How many people cannot train? So we work for them. So this year it came to the Ramadan, the fasting month of the Muslims. So we collected. So now we're giving to those who are fasting but can't have a food on the table. So we're giving back to them this. And next year we might give charity Janie's company. We know.
I'll make assistant. Who's making a mental note of that? We'll make a mental note of that.
Yeah.
No, but I one of the common themes though, and one of my top values is collaboration. So even for us, we do tons of community outreach. So I know that it's like we're going to clean the streets, we're going to give back, we're going to go to that orphanage, we're going to do food relief in Turkanas, So, but I think our local community is really key. So I love that you're doing it right in the community because we can give far too, but here is where we live and being immersive to what we're doing. And if we're encroaching in people's spaces a bit too, we want to make sure the well-being of the people around us are just
100%,
as good.
Yeah. Well said, 100%. Because charity always starts from your neighbor.
Yes.
So it's always here. It starts from here. And the community here, when we change, they give back. And then we give to whoever that's are fortunate to get it.
Yeah.
So the ability to give back always gives me a great feeling.
Yeah.
Me, okay. I'm fortunate to have it, so why not give it back? So give it back. And a lot of people like you, open-minded, they just show up, they give back. It's not even difficult to give back. So I'm really humble to give back.
Yeah, it's a good reminder because I know we have something going on. This podcast will come out later, but this week there's something going on, and I know I will be giving to that. I do want to build you up a little bit because what you've created here in Mombasa, for someone who is a coastal gal and have been here now for a bit, it's just very unique because I remember obviously living in the village and like, okay, I'm going to make cement weights, like I think
we had that talk, you remember?
Yes, exactly. So I think especially for people in the West who are my listeners, it can be hard to wrap their mind around of that. Yes, this equipment is not accessible. Like when someone wants to step into the fitness journey, there's actually not a lot of, it's growing, but there's more pockets now. But even 10 years ago, not a lot of pockets of people with wealth and knowledge about fitness and how to do it well. And then is there places that you feel safe and you can be in? So something that you've created and already you started in a small place, then you grew it into a bigger space. But you're very inclusive. And I like this because especially living in Mombasa, especially with Islamic and Swahili culture and being very mindful of women, it's the first place I've ever seen where you've also included that in the gym and you have women only sessions and you've included it in the architecture of how you built the gym. So do you want to just talk about, as you were thinking about how you wanted the gym to be, how it came to play? I don't know. This could go a lot of different ways, but I just really appreciate your inclusivity, but also you can tell your perfectionism in your gym and the CrossFit because it is beautiful. And I am very much a designer and creative and love aesthetics. So it's the first gym I've ever walked into in Mombasa where I'm like, okay, someone was so intentional by this design, look at this quote, look at this encouragement, look at how all of these weights are so nicely like put and organized, There's a little OCD in this and how you organize, and I love it because that's how excellence should be. Like quality brings people.
Growing up in Scandinavia always have part of it because the Scandinavians are neat on things. So you see, when I came back, there are a lot of people, whether they're middle class or however they come to the facility.
Mm-hmm.
There are some essential things, like a clean toilet, a clean water, a clean coffee. I'll give shout out to your coffee, amazing coffee.
Great. We too coffee. Yes.
There was a time actually, was it the Christmas?
Yeah, where you didn't have our coffee.
We went and buy some other coffee.
Yeah, people complain.
People complain.
Yeah,
so I don't know what you put there. So I was like, okay, if I'm going to do something, I'm really going to do something good, or I'm not going to do it. So I have to do something that changing things. So I'm working in a bigger facility now. I'm on the designing stage. So how did the female thing came? Because whenever the female thing started with my actual wife, because I want her to train there. Because we had it at the house. CrossFit was in our garage.
Yeah.
So when I took it out, it's like, okay.
It was a homegrown business.
It's a homegrown business. Me and my wife and my kids were just playing around with the rowing and enjoying. So if I take it from the home, I still want her to have the privacy she needs. So say, okay, I'm going to build it towards that.
Oh, I love that.
So, and then a lot of sisters approach me and okay. So remember, we live in a city where diversity is huge and Muslim part of it is big. So they want to have a space where they can wear their shorts and no one bother them.
Yeah.
And they have that freedom to do, not only for the Muslim women, but any woman who feels comfortable being around other sisters and doesn't want a man to be around.
Yeah.
Which is to give them that opportunity. So it was amazing. The next facility, I'm even more keen on. So I'm putting them on board so I know what they want more. So in a way I can motivate them more. Because if you look at the Muslim community especially, and any other around Nyali, the people are getting a lot of overweight. They're becoming mothers and they really need that space where they feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And you and me, we know CrossFit is a inclusive and it's really community thing. So, and they break through to it and they really enjoying it. So everything that's to my power. So to bring them more and give them more facilities so they can enjoy more is what I'm looking at. So, see, wellness become my setting of my life. I want people around even to feel more well-being. And so that's how this thing came. And they really, and you know how much the females and the males in our facility, they're head to head, 50-50.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
50-50.
I can believe that though. I mean, your women's classes are quite large. In fact, I love me some women chat, but I actually can't go to those women's classes because they're so big. I'm like, and you know me, I'm like, well, I'll just go back to my 5 a.m. small class.
But sometimes it's good. They see you coach them, and they that's why we even had the postpartum. You remember we had the postpartum program.
What was it? Who? Winnie?
Winnie, yeah.
Yes,
so we flew Winnie here. So we motivate them because most of them, once they get baby, they get lost in the system and then they get demotivated. And so I think this journey is going to take long for all of us. Being part of it is an amazing thing. And we're pretty much doing well. Yeah.
I'm really
glad
excited.
you're also part of the community.
Me too.
Yeah.
I wish, as obviously off the mic we were talking, and fun fact for anyone listening, I have a very long CrossFit journey, but got recertified to be L1 and CrossFit Kids with the intention that I was like, I'm going to start the kids program. But I also, travel all around the world and do a lot of things. So Abdi, I will do pop-up things. And I said, in another life, what was my message? In another life, I would be like your best coach. I'd be your best coach. I promise.
You see, being an entrepreneur, you are entrepreneur.
Yes.
And you are in many fields.
Yes.
I can imagine. But just having you once in a while, that's a great thing.
But I love the community. Like, a community is such a value. And I think not just women, but men, like in a fitness space, you need accountability. Like you need people who are going to ask like, hey, where were you? And like, I didn't see you. And I think that is what really builds a family. And you've created something in Mombasa that is really unique. I also love that you're already in a reset a bit of this, like, this is cool. And yet I'm already creating and constructing a new, larger facility.
Yeah. The next one will be 35,000 square feet. That's we'll have pool. So the ladies can have even free pool hours. So they can swim free pool hours. Privacy.
I think I'm going to cry. This is so amazing. This is amazing.
So reset has been really great for me.
Yeah.
I'm very humbled to get second chance in life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really grinding it and enjoying through it. Obviously, being an entrepreneur, there's challenges with you and me sometimes behind the word we talk about these things.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you're a very strong human being. But remember, like you said, obstacles will always be there.
Yep.
And failure is not the last say.
Yep.
It's never going to be the last say. So we come across hard things and it pushes us back, and then, okay, we reset, we load, and then we lift it again. We try it, and then until we succeed it. So there's being a professionist, it teaches me, okay, you see, I'm launching a hotel. So there are parts of which it's not a
You're launching a hotel.
Yeah. So
I feel like we could have like, this is a 5-part series about Abdi's life and everything that he runs.
So there's a place we had to be changed 4 times because it's not perfect.
You sound, my friend or my team is like, yeah, you're a perfectionist. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just particular, which is good.
Yes.
Okay. There are people that are listening from all stages. Some people probably either are just starting, maybe starting their journey. Some people might be on really like doing really well. Something maybe they define as successful, but they don't feel passionate about it, right? They feel a little dead inside of what they're doing. And then some people are in an overwhelming state, but either whatever state that might look like has an element of shifting, recalibrating, resetting. So for those listening, what's one last piece of advice that you'd give our listeners to just step into that reset season?
So wherever in the stage in life you are, because I have been the lows and the highs both. There was really one thing changed during my hospital years. There was a time, because time is going to pass. You can't stop the time. It's going to pass. Whether you try it, whether you don't try it, it's going to pass. So wherever you are and wherever you're aiming, you have to try it. Because even if you don't try it, it's going to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're sick, it's going to pass. It will pass. You will get better. At one point, you will get better. So whoever is listening to me and whoever get motivated by this, I'm always aiming up. And I also want you to aim up. So you're going to try it. Every day, show up. It's not going to be perfect. We know me and you, Jenny, is never going to be perfect. You're going to have all those ups and downs. And one of the things I asked myself, like, so I'm sitting here at the bed of the hospital, the dialysis. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so this is it. Like, so you're going to come here and you get a dialysis machine and you're going to go home, and next day again, you show up and all these dreams will go. All these dreams you had will just go away, and then you will just perish. And then, no. And then this beautiful sister of mine just came and said, no, you can't. The world still needs you. What do you need? You just need a kidney. So here's kidney. You just go and achieve life. So wherever stage you are, whether you are at the bottom or you're at the top, there's always, the last word is not said yet. The last word is never said yet. So we can achieve more. Show up every day. Every day show up and do it.
Are you going to write a book, Abdi? That was great.
I don't know. I made a documentary about the journey itself. Actually, I had this on BBC, and but then I was afraid for my privacy and everything. So, but it's nice, this thing you're doing now. I really love your energy and whatever you're doing, because you're a big part of our community, and I follow you a lot. And it was amazing. It was amazing to come here and give this. But I encourage everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I encourage everyone to come out wherever you are and push yourself one more rep.
One more rep.
One more rep. And you're going to get it there.
Thanks, Abdi, for
You're
being
welcome,
here.
Jenny. Thank you very
I'm
much.
so grateful. This is Moxie Uncut, the reset season, refining, realigning, and rebuilding. And as always, friends, Moxie on. Woohoo!
Thanks for being here with me on Moxie Uncut. If something stayed with you, please pass it on. These stories are meant to be shared. And if you're in a season of rebuilding or becoming, then just keep going. I'll see you here next week.